Hi guys, it's Kate here for my February TBR, and I am just gonna do this hopefully in one go because I have two books I'm trying to finish up before the weekend so I can have them done, because I have a lot of books to show you, and somehow I ended up choosing to do 7 buddy reads. I don't know how that happened, but now that I'm a part of BookTube, I'm just reading more than I ever thought I was capable of, and a couple of these I can double up with some audiobook, and I'm feeling up for the challenge. So I will get started with the books. And the first is Fates and Furies by Lauren Groff. This has definitely been making the rounds on BookTube, and I'm going to be buddy reading this with Hilary from Your Robot Friend, and I'm really looking forward to it. It just sounds like it's the story of a marriage from the wife's perspective and the husband's perspective, and it sounds like it has maybe some twists to it and just like a really interesting analysis of characters. And I hear the writing style is kind of hit or miss for some people, and from what I hear about the writing style though, I think I personally will like it, and I am really looking forward to this. So that's the first buddy read I'll be doing, and then the next one I'm just going to be reading on my own is The Tenant of Wildfell Hall by Anne Bronte. I watched this movie several years ago and I hated the movie, and I thought I'm never going to read this. But now I think I've seen maybe 5 or 6 positive reviews of this, and I do love Wuthering Heights and Jane Eyre. And as you know, eventually I'm going to be doing a Gaskell versus Austen versus Bronte's video series, so I really want to be well researched, and so I'm gonna do this. I'm reading 2 classics this month just by myself, and so I'm getting this one over with first because I feel like I'm not going to like it, and I'm really going to be happy if I'm wrong and I enjoy it. So that is a book I'll be reading on my own. And you can see I like to know, how much I should read in a day if I'm going to get this done in, say, 2 weeks. So I went ahead and I put all the little tabs in so I don't have to keep, like, looking, adding it up on a calculator where I need to be the next day. So there's that one. And then next I'll be buddy reading with the lovely Kristyn from Vienna Waits Books, and that is How Green Was My Valley by Richard Llewellyn. And we were both talking about this book and saying we don't really know anything about it, except I know my Nana loves it, and it's basically Little Women except for boys. So I am looking forward to it just because it's a classic and kind of a different era than usually what I read. I think it's in South Wales, and I haven't really read anything there, and it just sounds like it's going to have some beautiful prose in it, and I'm really looking forward to this one. Next, I'll be buddy reading with Ange from Beyond the Pages, and this is our second buddy read. I'm just really excited to be talking about another book with her, and that is Nightingale Wood by Stella Gibbons. This will be my first complete Stella Gibbons to read. I only, for some reason, read half of Cold Comfort Farm. I don't know why I did that, because I was really enjoying it. Anyhow, Nightingale Wood, I'm looking forward to this. It is about Viola, who's widowed, and she has to go live with her husband's really terrible family because she's penniless and just totally dependent on them. So I'm looking forward to finally reading a complete Stella Gibbons. And let's see, I have my list here. The next one, I'm going to be doing another buddy read, and that's with Emma over at The Bookish Princess. And as soon as I started watching one of the videos on her channel, I subscribed right away. Emma has such a fun personality, and she just seems so genuine, and she has a very charismatic personality, and it's just fun to watch all of her videos. And we're going to be reading an Angela Thirkle. This will be my second Angela Thirkle, and it's Wild Strawberries. I'm really looking forward to this. It's It's about Mary Preston, and she arrives as a guest of her Aunt Agnes at the wooded estate of Rushwater, and she falls for the handsome playboy David Leslie. And meanwhile, Agnes and her mother, the eccentric matriarch Lady Emily, have hopes of a different, more suitable match for Mary. So just kind of a comedy of errors almost. I'm looking forward to it. I really enjoyed High Rising, so we will see what I think about Wild Strawberries. And next, for my booktuber recommends jar, this was recommended by viewer Miss Marple. So I went ahead and drew this out because I went to the library yesterday. I wanted to pick up the one. So Miss Marple recommended Alex by Pierre Lemaitre. I'm really sorry. I don't speak French, so I don't know how to say it. But this is a translated French mystery, which sounds really interesting. And it sounds like Alex is a kidnapped girl, and the police are trying to rescue her and work with the person who's keeping her hostage. But it sounds like Alex is not all that she seems. So this sounds interesting, and I am looking forward to it. And next is my second classic of the month that I'll be reading on my own, and I am looking forward to. And this was Authors I Want to Read video. I put Marcel Pagnol as one of them, and he is a French author, screenwriter, and director. He does some amazing movies I'll be talking about in Period Drama Monday. And two movies that I have seen are My Father's Glory and My Mother's Castle, and it's just about his childhood in Provence. And I've heard the writing is just absolutely beautiful, and it takes place in the early 1900s, I'm pretty sure, and it's just a lot about nature and his relationships with his parents. And so I'm just really looking forward to reading some really beautiful prose. So looking forward to that one. And then a couple I don't have yet, but they're coming in from the library, and that is The Stargazer's Sister, and I will read you guys the summary of that. And this is a historical fiction, and it is where there is an astronomer and composer, William Herschel, and he rescues his sister Caroline from a life of drudgery in Germany and brings her to England in a world of music making and stargazing. Lena, as Caroline is known, serves as William's assistant and the captain of his exhilaratingly busy household. William is generous, wise, and charismatic, an obsessive genius whom Lena adores and serves with the fervency of a beloved wife. When William suddenly announces that he will be married, Lena watches as her world collapses. With her characteristically elegant prose, Brown creates from a history of a compelling story of familial collaboration and conflict, the sublime beauty of astronomy, and the small but essential place we have within a vast and astonishing cosmos. Through Lena's trials and successes, we witness the dawning of an early feminist consciousness, of a woman struggling to find her own place among the stars. So I heard about this in the free book page magazine, and I just have been wanting to read more historical fiction. So I'm really looking forward to that one, and I will actually be buddy reading that one with Kate from the Novel Nomad. And I found her channel maybe last month, and I've just loved every video she's put out, and she likes historical fiction as well. And then we're also going to be doing another buddy read, and that is a book that was on my mystery series I Want to Read, and that is the Bess Crawford series, and it's called A Duty to the Dead. They're by Charles Todd. And it says, the daughter of a distinguished soldier, Bess Crawford follows in his footsteps and signs up to go overseas as a nurse during the Great War, helping to deal with the many wounded. There, serving on a hospital ship, she makes a promise to a dying young lieutenant to take a message to his brother Jonathan Graham. Tell Jonathan that I lied. I did it for Mother's sake. But it has to be set right. Later, when her ship is sunk by a mine and she's sidelined by a broken arm, Bess returns home to England. So it's the beginning of a series, and it's a historical setting, which is always fun. So a mystery plus a historical setting just sounds right up my alley, and I'm looking forward to that buddy read with Kate as well. And then the final book, another buddy read that I'll be doing with the lovely Olive over at A Book Olive, and we are going to be reading Laurus. And this is a Russian historical fiction, maybe a little bit of fantasy in there. It just sounds really unique and like it's totally its own thing. I'm really looking forward to it. I don't want to give away much of this synopsis just because it sounds like it could be kind of spoilery. So I think basically it takes place in 15th century Russia, and it's about this main character, Laurus, and I just heard Russia, and that's all I needed to hear. I have not talked about it that much on this channel, but I really do love all things Russian, so I'm really looking forward to reading that, and just looking forward to doing a buddy read with Olive. So that is my massive TBR for the month, but I'm really interested in all of these books, so I think chances are I will get to all of them, and I am just looking forward to talking about them, doing lots of book reviews, and please comment down below whether you have read any of these and if you like them, and please, let me know what you are reading over February, and I will see you guys for another video soon. Bye-bye.